Hi, it's Jane here from craftwithjane.co.uk, and today I am bringing you my own DSP, I guess, stamped images, DSP, little gift box, perfect maybe for some jewellery, for a birthday gift or thank you gift, or a small item. So it's quite neat and cute, and I've stamped Hey Friend on it. So I've used the In Symmetry stamp set here to create, and I've used some of the images, as you can see, that one, so these main images here and a few of the smaller ones are flower heads, to create my own DSP, which I've then turned into the lid of the box. And I've used fresh freesia cardstock for the base here, so quite fresh, pretty colours. So I'll crack on. Hope you enjoy. So first of all, I'm going to get my scoreboard out. I'll do all my scoring to start with. So this is my DSP layer that I stamped. So I stamped a big sheet and then I just cut out the pieces that I required. So this top of the box, the lid of the box, should be 5 1/8. So that's 5 5/8 and by 5 1/8. So on this layer, I am going to score it at 1/2. And I'm going to score it at 1 1/4, and I'm going to do that on all 4 sides. So I'm going to score it at 1/2, 1 1/4, 1/2, 1 1/4, and the final side, 1/2 and 1 1/4. So if you can see there, maybe it's better to see on the back, it's scored equally all the way around. That will give me my box lid there, and it's going to be reinforced. So there you go. So then I'm going to score my cardstock layer, my plain cardstock layer, and I'm just going to score this at 1 1/4. And I'm going to do that on all of the 4 sides. And this is a basic box construction. There you go, and that'll, you see that there maybe a bit better, and that'll give you your score lines there to burnish and to trim. And then in the box, I'm going to make a compartment. So I'm going to start with the cardstock, which is 5 by 2 1/2, and I'm going to score this at 1 1/2, 2 1/2, and 3 1/2. Yeah, 3 1/2. There we go. And I'll remove this away and I'll start burnishing and cutting. So I'll start with this layer just here. So I'm just going to get my bone folder out, and I'll just burnish these. So I'm going to be making a mountain fold, I think it's called. So it'll effectively create that sort of a picture within the box, and that creates 2 small compartments. You don't have to choose to do this layer because you might have a gift that fits snugly in the box, but I've done this because there's 2 small sweets that I'm putting in this, and I'm going to give it to a friend. So that's why I created that, and it just shows you how to make a simple inlay layer within your box so that you can separate things out if you want to. Okay, so this is the base of the box. So I'm going to start by, before I burnish, I'm going to cut and miter in. So I'm going to take a little bit off these as well, about 1/3 to 1/2, as long as you've got something to glue. So it's always quite handy to have a basic understanding of box construction, because you can basically size it to whatever you want. So best way to start is by measuring the item that you want and then planning out your box around that, with allowing a small amount of room, you know, maybe 1/8 of an inch extra all around the box, just to make sure that it does fit. So you could take any basic box and just literally change the measurements to suit what your product or what your gift is around. So I'll move that to the side. Now I'm going to burnish this one. So I'll burnish in all of the, including my tabs. There we go. And then I'm going to glue this one into place before I start the next. So I'm going to use my Stampin' Seal Plus, which is really great for 3D projects. So I'm going to be doing the inside, the inside layer of the tabs, just here. Perfect. Lovely. So I'm then going to create my box shape just by, you can see, just there, and I just press it down. I'm not sure I burnished that one very well. There we go. There we go. So that's my basic box construction just there, and this hopefully will fit, but if it doesn't, you can always trim it down so it sort of fits snugly into place. You don't need to glue, but if you wanted to, you could definitely glue that into place. It wouldn't be an issue, but if you've sized it correctly, it should just fit in there. Super. So that is my box base, and then I'm going to go to the top. So I'm going to do similar process. I'm going to cut first, so I'm just taking this off here. I'll just do one edge for you to see. I'll take a little bit off there. Okay, so every corner should look like this, effectively. So I'll do the other side just to show you again. Oops. There we go. So this, I'm going to match this exactly the same at this end. So the purpose of doing a small gift box like this, you could literally make this for any occasion. You can stamp it with some of the new beautiful Christmas stamp sets. You do not have to make your own DSP. You can just literally use some of our absolutely stunning DSP papers to create this lid, and that would work equally as effectively. It's just that sometimes you're just looking for something that you would like to create yourselves, or if you don't have any of the DSP. So there we go. I think that should be the basic structure of your box, just there, of your box lid. So that's the kind of shape that you're looking for. So I turn it over, that's the shape you're looking for. So I'm now going to burnish all of these score lines. I'm going to try and do this really well because I really want a nice clean lid. There we go. And do all the sides. So to get a clean and crisp lid, you just want to make sure your score lines are burnished really well. There we go. Almost there. Fabulous. So now to do this, you normally so to do this, I'm going to be putting some adhesive here, here and here, because I'm going to be creating this sort of a shape. So I'll start off by literally putting my Stampin' Seal on everything I can. Stampin' Seal Plus, sorry. On all of the areas to show you. So I'm going to be doing these small tabs here and here. And then I'm going to do the inside of this box lid, which is just here. And I'll be doing that on all of them. There we go. Lovely. And then this one just here. Okay, so now I'm going to construct the box. So I'm going to start off by putting my four little tabs in to start with. So this is where I will start my project. And then once I've done that, there we go. So now I'm going to put the larger sides, slightly larger sides in to grip those. And then I'll just put my bone folder in gently to just strengthen those sides. So normally when you're making a box lid, so if I wasn't doing a reinforced box lid, I'd be doing this around the base of this just to make sure that it fits snugly. However, when you're doing a reinforced lid, you sort of just need to pray a little bit and hope, keep your fingers crossed, that it's going to fit snugly. Okay, so the moment of truth. Do we fit snugly? Oops, sorry. Or are we slightly too big, or do we fit? Okay, so we fit snugly, very snugly. There we go, perfect. And do that again. There we go. So we have a box. Perfect, just there. So now I'm going to decorate. So my plan is to use this beautiful ribbon, which is in the Fresh Freezer in colour, and it is the open weave ribbon. Absolutely gorgeous. This is my second roll of this ribbon, so I do love it and I use it quite frequently. Some of the colours just sing to me, and this happens to be one of them. So I will pop this here. And on this one, I just tied a little knot. I may be brave and try to do a bow. So I'll do tie first. Then I'll put, so I've taken this Sentiment Hey Friend from the In Symmetry bundle, and I've stamped it in the Fresh Freezer, and I've stamped it onto one of the tailor-made dies. You can see I keep my spares in here if ever I do any, and these are the lovely tags. So tailor-made tags dies, and this I've used the smallest one on this fancy tag just there, fancy top tag. Okay, so I'm gonna pop that through. She says, could be very ambitious here, couldn't I? There we go. That's perfect. So we'll do that, and then I will try and do some sort of a bow. You may have to be patient with me here. I'm sure I've told you before, my live bow tying never seems to work out that well, and I'm going to end up with an upside down bow here for sure. So that could be simply rectified by changing the direction my box is going to go in. There we go, genius. So I'll do a bit of fiddling with this bow. Possibly move it up a little bit. There we go. And I may try to, there, it's perfect. So I'm going to adhere that down, I think, using some glue dots. So I've got some mini glue dots here, great little accompaniment to your adhesives. And I'm going to pop one under the sentiment and ribbon just to secure it into place. You don't necessarily need to do this, but I feel like it would be of benefit here. Obviously, when somebody opens the box, they're going to remove everything, but that's there. And it just sort of keeps it in place with my wayward bow. Might trim down these a little, just to, there you go, so they don't go too far off the box. That's a bit better. And to finish off, I am going to use my 2021 to 2023 in colour jewels, and I'm going to pop, this is my almost finished pack, and I'm going to take a little one off actually and just pop it just maybe, oops, about here, a little finisher. There we go. So those are my cute little compartment boxes making my own DSP. So I do hope that you've enjoyed today's video. If you have enjoyed it, please like, comment, and I'd be delighted if you subscribed. If you're interested in purchasing any of the products, I will put links to my shop below and to each individual products that I've used throughout this project. Again, I'd be over the moon if you chose me to be your demonstrator. There are perks to shopping with me. Everyone that places an order gets a handmade card sent out the following month. If your order's over £25, excluding postage and packaging, you'll get a gift from me, and if you use my house code with it, you'll get 2 gifts. So well worth considering. Please follow the shop links below, and if you're interested in joining my team, again, the link is below this video. So I'm going to say bye for now. So bye and happy crafting, everyone.